Alright, welcome back. So, as I said on the previous episode, this whole update is going to be focused on finding clues to the real killer. So, this is more or less going to be one giant cutscene, and kind of just an exploration around Inaba, trying to find clues. Also, I promised 2 other bad endings for this particular update, so look forward to that after we get through the next couple of days on this episode. So, really, we're just going to go around talking to people, asking about what happened with the Sakiko Nishi and Mayumi Yamano case. This was quite a while ago. Actually, this was like when I started the LP. Again, I started this LP like more than a year ago. You'd think I would have finished this LP sooner, but it's a long one. I'm not going to make excuses, but this is a long game. Yosuke mentions that, like, the fog makes him feel like we're back in the TV. We've already kind of concluded that if we put on our glasses, we can see through the fog just fine, like in the TV world. So, he's not far off on that assumption. And since the fog has a few negative effects, people are starting to kind of mentally break down, as you're going to see in this update, and the next couple of updates. It's not great. It's not great. Aww. It's okay, Kanji. We still love you. Yeah, the only real social link upgrades that we're going to be doing in this particular update is probably going to be the Judgment Arcana. That's about it. Again, we're the Seekers of Truth. So, we are not exactly going to be spending much time with anybody. We're not going to be hanging out with anybody until the case is solved. Well, I take that back. We're going to be finishing up a lot of social links before December is through. And there's still no sign of Teddy. So that is a bit concerning. Yeah, the incidents were a while. Like I said, it's been a while. First episode, actually, is when the Mayumi Yamano case was in swing. That's also when Sakiko Nishi got kidnapped and, well, that happened. So now we have an option for another question. We have to ask about anybody suspicious. So we have to talk to everybody, including the people we've already talked to, about both the murders and anybody suspicious. Again, the murders happened quite a while ago, so it's not exactly fresh on everybody's mind. Furthermore, everybody seems to be more preoccupied with the damn fog. Or some other such stuff. So we need to bring this guy Cole. We're not going to do that. We're just saying that to make him feel better. I do the social link stuff. I don't really handle many side quests. That's not this kind of LP. So this guy knows that we live at Dojima's house. Again, he's got a good point. It's a very small town. So, if somebody was suspicious, you probably would be able to pick him out of a crowd. Hell, Namatame wasn't really even that suspicious when we first saw him. He worked as a fucking delivery guy. That was his perfect cover-up. He admitted it himself. It let him move, like, easily throughout the crowd, so nobody would ever suspect him. So the killer's not going to be someone who just immediately sticks out like a sore thumb. Don't make me even more depressed. Guy who's wearing a gas mask. He must have bought those off of Tonica. That's another thing. Rumors do spread like frickin' wildfire in Inaba. So if there was anybody suspicious, those rumors would pick him or her up real fast. Fortunately, the area that we need to look around is pretty small. I'm pretty sure it's just the shopping district and possibly the floodplain. God, this guy is harassing Rise while she's obviously not interested and she's trying to frickin', like, search for clues. But again, you gotta ask everybody 2 questions. Oh, and we also need to ask people at Junes. So far, this search seems kind of fruitless. Well, off to Junes. I'm studying for entrance exams. I have no use for murders. Okay, so this is already a clue. She's saying that her friend in the shopping district might have seen someone suspicious, so that's something. And this fussy housewife has nothing to really contribute for us. Except that her granddad wants cabbage. So, yay. I'm not actually going to help her. Again, I'm trying to solve a murder here. Or prevent more murders. I'm trying to catch a killer. I don't have time to be growing cabbage. It's goofy. This guy is always refreshed. Constantly. Good for him. Good for him. This is the one guy I don't listen to. Oh boy. So yeah, this fog cannot be good for traffic. We already talked to that motorcycle guy, and now we're also dealing with some lady who got into a hit and run. It's not great. Again, this fog just sucks. Not only is it just like a bummer, but it's also a fucking health hazard. Apparently. And it's also like hazardous for just driving and stuff. Again, not many people are really giving us any hints. Now, you'd think that we'd want to go talk to the girl in the shopping district again, and that would just end this whole sequence, but nope. You gotta talk to everybody. This kind of gets some people, because they're not sure who they've talked to already. And it ends up just being, like, a huge freaking time sink sometimes. But let's go ahead and go talk to that girl in the shopping district again about anybody suspicious. Yeah, Namatame would be kind of suspicious if he started talking about the TV world. That would be a little suspicious. Not the fact that he just started kidnapping people. Well, this was before then, but, you know. So Namatame was trying to legitimately help out Saki. Yeah, it didn't do her much good, but still, noble endeavor. Anyway, we're going to Aya. You'd think Arcana would be fucking sick of this by now. Like, as many times as he goes with Ko and Daisuke. Or with, Naoki.
Seriously pooped. This stuff's a lot harder when you don't have a badge to flash. I walked around all day and didn't hear anything good.
It was the same for me. There was absolutely no talk about the case whatsoever, let alone the true culprit.
Ditto for me. Actually, in my case, I kept getting bombarded with questions and couldn't get them onto the main subject at all.
That's not surprising.
The killer must be pretty good
Considering Rise is Risette. Go figure.
What should we do?
Well, one steak bowl, please.
That's not what I meant. But then again, I guess we might as well take a break. I'll have a crab and egg.
You can't catch a killer on an empty stomach.
Have roast pork ramen with extra noodles.
Oh, that sounds good right now.
Oh, now that our tummies are full, let's share what we learned, even if it wasn't much.
Was Yukiko actually able to eat her food this time around since nobody fucking ate it? Is that gag over now?
There really was no new information. The end?
Game over.
The police had an unusually large number of officers in their initial investigation of the first two incidents. To find facts that even they overlooked would be difficult indeed, now that over half a year has passed.
Yeah. If only Naoto joined us earlier on.
Witness to begin with. Miss Yamano had ardent fans, whereas Saki-san didn't.
Except for
The
Yosuke.
conditions are the same.
You know, every time I tried to ask about the case, everyone ignored me and kept ranting about the damn fog.
Fog sucks.
Yeah, that or the Midnight Channel. I asked around about Teddy too, but no one's seen him. Gee, I wonder where he could have gone.
It's kind of hard to lose a multicolored bear.
Any new, deductions?
Without any new data to work with, there isn't much I can do.
I mean, I caught a phantom thief, but this is beyond
The
me.
criteria for this case, the killer must have a connection to both Saki-san and Miss Yamano, as well as be in a position to observe our actions periodically to some extent. Finally, it must be someone who could approach Senpai's house without arousing suspicion.
Oh my god, it was Nanako. All
I
along.
need some fresh air before I give it more thought.
Ah.
Outside.
So, now it's time for the other junction point of where you can get either the good ending or a bad ending. In fact, two bad endings pop up here. This is where it happens. But for right now, we're going to go for the true
No
ending.
wonder it's chilly.
Ugh, it's freezing out here. Maybe this'll help clear my head and get my deductive muscles flexing. Hey, is it snowing? Too bad the fog's so thick. The snow just gets lost in it.
Yeah, it sucks. So, now you need to run through all the facts of the case that you already know, so you can kind of pick an idea of who the real killer might be. Now, you only get 3 shots to pick who you think the real killer is, and if you mess them all up, bad ending number 3. And there's also another little key factor that might get you the second bad ending. But that one's special. There were no witnesses. And of course, the warning letter is a big hint. They had a connection to Mayumi Yamano and Saki. They sent the warning letter. There were no witnesses. And someone who fits all these descriptions in this small town. So, the most likely culprit is... And it gives you the list of everyone you've met. All your party members. The correct answer is... Toru Adachi. Really? Detective Chucklefuck is our killer? It is a possibility. It is true, he is a police officer, not that suspicious. So we could get close to the Dojima household, you know, without attracting too much attention. Now here comes the Persona 4 Golden exclusive problem. Since we've had a social link with Adachi, this makes it a little more difficult for us to just outright turn him in. And this is where the second bad ending comes into play. Now you can tell your friends about Adachi, or you can not. You can keep quiet and protect Adachi.
Huh? What about him?
Detective Adachi.
The correct answer for the good ending is to talk about Adachi.
That is an interesting approach. It would certainly explain the lack of witness reports.
I mean, he's a police officer.
No one ever reported seeing Namatame's truck.
This is a small town, so everyone must have known who he is.
Detective
Since he's a
Chucklefuck.
detective, people definitely wouldn't have thought of him as being suspicious.
In fact, he could use his position to his advantage and hide critical information.
That is a pretty good benefit for a
If
killer.
you think of it that way.
Hell, Yoshikage Kira doesn't even have
We're
that.
talking about Adachi here, right? I mean, really? Adachi? He's your textbook lousy detective.
And how?
Really on the right track here?
Actually, regarding Detective Adachi, I'm not sure how to put it, but there's something that's been bothering me about him for some time now.
Yeah?
Perhaps it's just my imagination, so I shouldn't speak too...
It's cold. I think we've cooled down enough here. Let's go back in.
Alright, so this kind of cements us on the good ending path. Well, the normal ending and the good ending path, I should say.
That can't be. I mean, he said he came to escort Miss Yamano and...
What? Was he at
Why
your
didn't you
annual
bring this
anniversary
up
stay?
before, Yukiko?
When Miss Yamano was staying at our
Like,
inn,
what?
the
Why
maid
wouldn't you
was
bring this up? Why would that not be the first thing you
That's when the
say?
Dutchess arrived saying he'd been assigned to guard her. He told our
Like, tell
waitress-
that to Naoto. She's a detective.
Guard her? He didn't spend the night there?
Like, come on, man.
I wonder if he knew Ms. Yamano.
I don't know about that, but I heard he did call out to a girl in my class.
Really,
Found
Kanji?
out this afternoon. But I thought, you know, that's just how cops are. So I didn't think it had anything to do with the case.
So you were just gonna keep a lid on that, were you?
Adachi also questioned
Come on,
Saki-san,
guys.
the one who found the announcer's body.
Any clue is a
on
clue.
numerous occasions. I heard it was
We have a
because
detective
of
who can
so
just
little
sort through all the
information on case at
chaff.
time, but it's certainly unusual to question someone with as strong an alibi as hers multiple times.
Then you think he had something else on his mind?
And that something is what connects those two victims to Adachi-san? Come to think of it, we've been running into that guy a lot, in all sorts of places. And every time he'd tell us what the police were doing before saying, "Oops, I said too much," and clamming up. Was that all to throw us off the trail?
So he was
Be no
purposely
problem
being
for
a
him to drop
dumbass
that warning letter
detective?
into your mailbox either. Not to mention the fact that he can destroy any evidence that might point to him.
All this is kind of just putting a big old target on him.
And is it really a Adachi-san?
We probably need to confirm this, though. We can't just go jumping the gun.
This is still only a tentative theory. We should work to confirm it as soon as possible. This is Naoto Shirogane. Something has occurred to me about the case, and I'd like to get Detective Adachi's input on it. Huh? The transport? It's right now?
Well,
I
this
see.
kind of pushes up our schedule. That we need to start moving now.
Transport.
Detective Adachi is headed to the hospital to prepare for Namatame's relocation.
How
We must head there at
convenient.
once.
How convenient that Adachi needs to be right there when Namatame is being moved. Well, rank up. Either way. Rank 4. We're getting close. And the reward for finishing the Judgment Arcana is pretty sweet, I gotta say. Hey, Sayako works here. Probably should have mentioned that sooner. Well, not anymore.
Huh? What are you guys doing here? Hey, do you know where Dojima-san went? They told me he snuck out of his room again.
I assure you, we've made it clear to him several times that he needs to stay put, but he keeps going off on his own.
Well, he's worried about his daughter. What can I say? Like, you know, his daughter died and then came back to life.
Relocated. I was looking forward to going home.
Just like Lazarus.
So, he's been relocated. I've been wondering. You seem to be in a terrible hurry to get him out of this hospital.
Huh? Oh, well, yeah. I mean, we can't leave him here with Dojima-san and Nanako-chan around.
Fair point. Dojima nearly tried to kill him,
Hey,
but
what are you
still.
doing here anyway? Nanako-chan's room is in the other wing. Don't you think you should leave before Dojima-san finds you? If he catches you, he'll start pestering you again.
Seems like you want to get rid of us pretty quickly, huh? Speaking of which...
Adachi, where's Namatame? There's been a lot of noise today for some reason.
Dojima-san, what are you doing here?
I'm sick,
Tommy's
Adachi. I got into a car wreck.
I was looking for you so I could tell you that.
You did what? Who authorized that? There's still more I need to ask him about.
Mm-hmm. Maybe bring that up to your CO before you do stuff, stupid.
Those murders have been bothering me. His motives are shaky and his alibi is rock solid.
Huh, so Dojima's starting to think about the first two murders too. Interesting.
That part's still nagging at me.
Is this more of your detective's intuition? He's already been relocated. It's no use hassling me about it. And you kids should really get home too. You're gonna get in the way of police business.
What's gotten into you today? It's odd to see you taking work so seriously.
Yes, suspiciously.
Come on. I'm always giving
It's
110%
almost like
when it
you're
comes to the job.
deadly serious
Get
about
back to
work
too,
today,
Dojima-san.
Adachi.
Your current assignment? Get better as soon as possible.
What are you all doing here?
We came to confirm something with Adachi-san.
So, like with Namatame, time to question Adachi.
The time the announcer went missing? I can't say for sure offhand. It's not like I saw her or anything.
Mm-hmm.
That was months and months ago, too. My memory's kinda hazy that far back.
Okay. What about Saki?
Why wouldn't I question her? She discovered the announcer's body. But she didn't know much about it, so I only talked with her once or twice. Was that all you wanted to ask? Well, I hope it helped.
About the warning letter. Ooh,
Warning letter?
this is the kicker.
The one that was delivered to his house. It's in police custody now, correct?
I don't really remember.
Hey, what do you mean you don't remember?
Uh-oh, your boss caught ya.
To take down to the crime lab for processing. You're telling me you forgot?
You're in trouble.
I'm sorry. Your accident was right after that, and what with one thing and another, it sort of slipped my mind.
Uh-huh.
Besides, it
Really?
was just a prank, wasn't it?
It threatened murder, dude.
Jeez, what are you asking me all this for? For crying out loud, what's this all supposed to be about? Dojima-san, you really need to get back to your bed. That's why your wounds aren't healing.
That's true, but
You need to go
still.
home right now. Do you have any idea what time it is?
You're not my dad.
I need to get to the station.
You're not my uncle.
Just one more thing, please. We know for certain now that the first two murders weren't Namatame's doing. Someone else killed them. Adachi-san, do you have any idea who that might be?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
'Cause we think it might have been you.
What? That's ridiculous.
You're refuting that pretty
I
hard.
know Namatame's the one who put them all in.
Uh-oh, you done goofed. Ace detective, motherfucker.
Them all in. What's this putting them in business?
Oh, you said the
Do you
worst
know something
things.
About the method behind their murders?
Uncle Detective.
That talk about TVs and whatnot from before was...
I see.
You got busted.
Now I finally understand. To tell the truth, Adachi-san, I've been fixated on something you once said. Before, I didn't know why, only that it sounded a wrong note to me. Do you recall when I read Namatame's diary? At the scene of Dojima-san's accident.
I do.
At the time, I said, even the victims who survived and were never released to the public are written here. And in response, your words were, wow. Then that settles it.
That did sound pretty sketch.
Would that settle anything? At the time, the police had no idea that there had been other attempted murders related to the case. You had no reason to say such a thing. After all, there are countless examples of people disappearing for a few days. Yet when I read the list of names, you raised no objection.
Yoshikage Kira, you are not.
What do you say to that, Detective Adachi?
Oh, you should have Killer Queen on your side. Uh-huh. That sounds like something a killer would say. And go get him, Kanji. Really should have a wheelchair for Dojima. He's gonna hurt himself. And it all comes back to this room.
What the? I swear he ran this way.
Damn it! Where the hell'd he go?
Well, I see a TV. Or there's two windows.
I contacted security. Nobody's seen Adachi and there's no record of anyone leaving this area. So he must be still in this ward somewhere.
He's still here? But we looked! We didn't find him anywhere!
That bastard.
Dojima-san? For heaven's sake, what are we going to do with you?
Sorry. I got carried away.
Do you even want to get better? If you keep this up, there could be lasting damages.
You can't keep JB down. He's just gonna keep getting back at it.
You're right.
That's what JB do.
You've got to find Adachi. I need to square this away with him. Please.
You got it.
He hasn't left this ward yet? I don't think he would. But could he have...
Why do you not think he would?
Yeah, I think so. If he's the killer, he can go through, right?
Mm-hmm.
You mean he went in through here?
We searched every inch in the direction he ran off. There's nowhere to hide. I don't think we could have missed him.
He was cornered. It's highly probable that he escaped there.
But can he get out?
Turn up on the other side, that should prove beyond a doubt that he is the true culprit.
Damn. So I guess we were right. What do we do now?
Let's jump in.
I think it's too dangerous to go in from here.
Oh, alright.
We're not 100% positive he used this TV.
How are we not 100% positive?
Let's go in from Jeunesse like always.
Alright, safe
It'll
is
be fine.
safe.
So long as we're ready for him, we'll crush that jerk in one strike.
Hey, that's Yukiko's thing. Extremely suspicious Adachi. Rank up. That's 2 in one day. I told you, this social link goes by quick. Well, we found the real murderer. Well, today was a busy day. May as well go hit the hay. So now we found our true culprit. And hey, we're in the Velvet Room. And oh my goodness, look! A ghost of Teddy is here as well. It's all see-through. And now he's solid.
Where am I?
What's up, Teddy?
Sensei?
Why are you here?
This is my room.
I see. How mysterious.
Teddy, why'd you
There are
leave?
so many things I don't know about. But I did realize something. I've been thinking all this time about who I really am. But I couldn't find the answer. I was no one from the start.
Aw, Teddy, come on.
Humans live in the other world, and shadows live in this world. From the beginning, that's all there was to it. I was just a shadow in that world.
Man. Dude, everyone's worried. Come
You're
on.
always so kind, Sensei.
You, like, left us in 2 endings, bro.
That day at the
Ridiculous.
hospital, I realized that I really can't do anything.
Yeah, now would be a good time to tell him that Nanako's not dead.
I lost consciousness. Then when I woke up, I was inside the fog.
How'd that happen?
Shadows can't stay in the human world. They aren't allowed. I walked and walked, but there was nothing all around.
But you have a
me.
persona. Doesn't that make you, like, different?
I couldn't go anywhere. I heard the noise of a car. And then I was here.
Margaret ran him over. Like a fucking road
I know
bump.
Lots of things now. My world is a place shaped by human thoughts. One day, a shadow living in that world awakened to human emotions. But humans and shadows are completely different entities. So he made himself forget that he was a shadow. He wanted to forget.
Aw,
He
Teddy.
wanted people to like him.
But I like you,
And
Teddy.
that's how he came to look like this. I really am stupid.
Aw.
What the other Teddy said before, in the end, it was all true. No matter how much I search for myself, I have no self. There was no me to begin with. I'm just a shadow that took a different form so humans would like me. It would have been better if I had never remembered, but I did. I'll probably turn back to a regular shadow soon. Oh yeah, Sensei, one day, when you meet Nana-chan in heaven, apologize for me.
About that.
Tell her, I'm sorry I couldn't do anything. Tell her, I'm really sorry.
But you saved her, Teddy.
Huh?
You gotta give him the ego boost. Trust me, he needs it now more than ever.
Nana-chan's. Wow, that's wonderful.
So that's a nice little pick-me-up.
I'm so glad. Glad that I could at least hear that. My heart feels so much lighter now. I'm starting to feel sleepy.
So wait, in the 2 bad endings, he, like, willingly leaves.
It feels so soothing.
I don't get
It's
this.
not like my world. Something just feels so nostalgic about this place. Could this be your dream world, Sensei?
I suppose there is some nostalgia to the Velvet Room.
Uh-huh.
Although it takes many different shapes, it's more or less the same place.
What am I supposed to do now?
How about come back with us and stop leaving?
I don't know what to look for or how to find it. No matter how hard I think, there's too many things my little brain can't understand. But I do understand one thing now. I'm glad that I met you, Sensei.
Aw, that's sweet, Teddy. Teddy's a cool guy. So yay, rank 10. I lied, there are other social links in this episode. Like the Star Arcana, we finished it. Hooray! You don't get this with a bad ending. And the star has a pretty good reward too. It's Hallel. AKA pre-fall Lucifer. He has the Morning Star attack, which is pretty good. The Light Bearer. Even his fucking ultimate persona is a fucking pun. Damn you, Teddy. I take back what I said. You stay here. Yeah, he's only at level 35. Oh, I did not use Teddy that much. I think I level him up a little bit. A decent amount for like the last few episodes. Oh, because I don't use Teddy that often.
But I have to get going. This is your place. It doesn't seem like somewhere that I'd be allowed to stay. Goodbye, Sensei.
Hey, look, the gang's all back.
It seems the words in your memory weren't the only things you summoned here.
Little weird, isn't it?
This is a room for guests who have an ego that can be nurtured. Shadows, mere fragments broken off from the ego, have no place here.
Hey, don't be rude, Igor.
Strength has moved a single stone that had stopped.
Teddy's my friend. You can't just... whatever.
The flow. Very interesting.
So does that mean Teddy has an ego if he was able to be in here?
Well, now.
Furthermore, in Persona Q, Teddy and the rest of the crew show up here. Or at least in a version of this.
There is no reason to tarry here for long. Margaret?
We're ready to go. Let us depart.
Seriously, who's driving this, like, limousine? Is it the blind painter? Please be the blind painter.
You are every inch the guest.
Nah, it's probably the Belladonna.
Now, it's time for you.
She's singing while she's driving.
I am even more intrigued now as to where this is all headed.
We'll be waiting for your next visit.
Marie didn't have anything to chip in there? No? Okay. Good talk. Good talk. So guys, I found Teddy. He was in my spirit world. It's a world inside my head. Or something like that.
Where did it go?
I don't know.
Did you find Teddy?
No. And no one's seen him either.
We saw him. Why doesn't Narukami say this? I saw Teddy in my dreams. Does that count? In a world between dreams and reality, mind and matter. Is that a... No? That doesn't count? Okay. Well, I tried. Oh well, we still have Risei.
Whoa. Look how dense this fog is. It's gotten even worse than before.
Now it's extra spooky.
There's this malicious aura everywhere. It feels completely different from the last time I was here. I think we'd better hurry. Give me a sec to try finding Adachi.
Use that rank 10 persona, Risei.
Cars are getting messed up.
Our glasses work on the fog on the other side. It can't be normal. And I heard more people are falling ill because of the fog. I wonder what's going to happen.
I sense him. Adachi's definitely in here.
Okay, so cool. We found our killer. That's beyond a shadow of a doubt. Adachi's the murderer.
So he did come to this side. Well, that settles it. There's virtually no doubt remaining that he's the true culprit. Once we capture him, solving the mystery of this world and the rest of the case can't be far behind.
Then maybe we'll find out where Teddy came from too. Man, where is that bear anyway?
I told you, he's in my dreams.
I can say for sure he's not here.
There's a blue door over in the corner. Can't you guys see it? He's in there.
Hey, Ted, why aren't you here when we need you most?
Well, we're boned. Hey look, Teddy's back in the real world somehow. And not in his bear costume.
I came back, but it really doesn't matter. I'm completely useless.
How many fucking pep talks does this bear need? I swear.
Sorry.
It's ridiculous. Oh well, Nanako can cheer him up.
It is you, Teddy. I heard your voice. You said, hang in there.
Now stop being a pussy and go help my brother, you dick. Ugh.
Nana-chan. Hold on. I'll get the doctor.
It seems she's asleep again.
Nana-chan told me that she heard my voice. She heard me say, hang in there.
It could be that her frankly miraculous recovery was because everyone's voices reached her. Even unconscious, people are capable of hearing others' voices.
My voice. And theirs too. Everyone.
In any case, there are too many things we don't understand about her condition and what caused it. We're doing our best, but it's difficult when everything about her illness is a total unknown.
Unknown?
Well, if anything happens, please send for me.
If I'm an unknown being, then the way I can change is unknown too. So all I have to do is make them not unknown.
It's almost like you're reaching out to the truth.
Sensei and the others are probably fighting now too. I'm just a shadow. But Nana-chan cheered up when she heard my voice. So what if I'm just a shadow?
There you go.
There must be something I can do.
There you go.
I can't just give up thinking about things. That's why I came back here. Right, Nana-chan?
So it took a little while, but hey, Teddy's persona is evolving. This is the only one that happens automatically. So Kentucky Doji becomes Kamui, which looks pretty goofy, I gotta say. It's like a big dumb raccoon thing with a stupid grin on its face.
Right.
Has a big dumb grin on its face and a missile up its ass.
Hang in there, Nana-chan. I'll be back soon.
It's no use. I can only tell that Adachi is here, not his exact location. Rise-chan! If only Teddy was with us.
Didn't he say his nose is practically useless now? And could he even help us find that bastard?
I don't know. Friendship or some shit like that.
No help at all. But he was always there to support me whenever.
That bear's a loud mouth, but...
Well, what are we doing here? Are we not supporting her?
He's lighthearted and
like, what are we, fucking chop liver? Come on. Like, this is a group effort. Clearly you pick favorites.
I just got a little dizzy. The fog's so dense.
Did Teddy get your social link up to rank 10? No. No, he did not. Me did that.
I agree.
Gosh.
Rise-san became fatigued. Even if we found Adachi, our capacity in battle would be reduced. Moreover, it's almost nighttime. We should return to our world for the present.
How can you tell if it's nighttime in the TV world? Like, do our watches work in the TV world? Does anybody have a watch? I mean, I guess Narukami does, since that was like the first thing he equipped in the game.
Damn it! We came so far to run smack into a dead end.
Oh well, let's order steak.
I know he's in there too. What's wrong with me? My powers are completely useless. Teddy?
And then suddenly a bear appeared.
Little, where the hell were you?
I told you he's in my dreams.
I'm sorry.
You idiot! Bad bear! Bad! You're so late! Who do you think you are?
Just hit him with a newspaper.
Rise-chan? Are you faking?
No, stupid!
Sorry. I want to help you all again.
You know how much trouble you caused, you dumb bear? Where the hell were you?
I keep saying my dreams, but nobody's listening to the silent protagonist.
I figured out a lot of things.
Whatever. Narukami keeps trying to tell him about the Velvet Room and Margaret and Igor. and they all just think he's crazy.
Tell you all.
Like, despite seeing the TV world, they still don't believe the blue door thing. Yeah, sure, Narukami, whatever. I'm telling you, there's a ridiculously hot chick in there.
A shadow? You mean you're one of those things we've been fighting?
Yup. Just like the ones you all know about. Shadows are suppressed human thoughts given form. Everyone has them inside.
Teddy, I feel like this conversation would be like that you're kind of hampering this conversation by being in the bear suit.
You wanted to bring peace and quiet back to that world, right?
But in the end, I was just an ordinary shadow. Nothing special about me at all.
Except being in a bear suit.
Until now to try and make my world peaceful. But instead, the weird fog started seeping out into this world.
This makes me wonder, whenever we pulled Teddy's head off in like the first couple of episodes, why didn't we see like a shadow in there? Like it was hollow, but
It's
I don't know.
Deal. I mean, we weren't expecting much from you in the first place.
Ouch!
About you being a shadow, we pretty much figured you were something like that anyway.
Yeah, more or less.
Huh?
Dude,
What are you saying?
we took your head off. Like, what else would you be? Just a living costume, I
Would
guess.
think such a pretty bear could really be a shadow.
So what's the problem with being a shadow?
It's true that you may have been born that way, but you now possess the power of
The previous game had a freaking robot. Nobody gave a shit about that.
Once controlled by the ego, it becomes a persona.
So wait, is Teddy a persona like himself? Because, like, what does it mean when a shadow has a persona of its own?
Awakens to its ego. The only difference I see is the order in which the process occurred.
Oh, Teddy's practically human then.
Cool. Congratulations, Teddy. You have rights. Apparently.
You keep trying to figure out who you are, just like all of us here.
Just like all high school students.
You really aren't that special. See? What's so different between you and us?
I say the bear suit, but you know, whatever. The fact that he magically, like creates bishy sparkles out of nowhere. But then again, this is anime world, so what do I know?
Thank you. I'm so glad I met you guys.
The rest of us were pretty much a group of misfits to begin with, too, right? Fit right in, man.
Really? Who's a misfit?
Your pardon? Who are you calling a misfit?
Let's see. Detective Prince, Idol. Yeah, Yosuke's the only
That's
misfit.
not something a detective would say. Or an idol, either.
Says the guy who rolls around in trash cans and constantly gets his nuts destroyed.
While you were gone, we figured out who murdered the announcer and Senpai. It was Adachi.
Huh? Adachi? That total goofball?
Wow, and when Teddy says that, that's
I
bad.
didn't notice at all. Looks like I'm pretty.
Even
blind
I
to
know
that
he's a
sort of
complete chuckle fuck.
But you all know him. If you can't find someone like that, I don't think I can help you.
Like I said, we're not expecting much from you.
But if you don't help us, you know, the murder will be on the loose and probably kill more people. But, you know, no pressure.
Yeah, what Kanji said.
Okay. Thanks, guys.
Alright, now that the band's back together, let's take it from the top. Starting tomorrow.
We're gonna rock Adachi's face off. Gonna bring our guitars. You ready to rock, Adachi? Bam! Da-da-da! Bam! Da-da-da! Da-da-da! Just play a freaking bass solo in his face. Rank 6. I'm pretty sure you can get a guitar as a weapon in this game. I'm almost positive. Because I'm pretty sure Yosuke can actually use the maracas as weapons. And maybe Kanji has a symbol for a weapon? I'm not sure. I just want to say that there are possible musical instruments in this game to be used as weapons. I mean, you can use a giant fish. Oh, look! December 7th, that's my birthday! Wow, Pearl Harbor Day is also the day when shit happens. This was actually kind of a nice little treat for me. Because, like, This is where we find Adachi. Spoiler alert. Otherwise, this whole video would keep dragging on.
I'll give it a try, but if Risei-chan couldn't find him, I really doubt someone with a dried up nose like me will be much help.
That means Teddy's sick, right? Like that's the same thing with dogs. Like if their noses aren't wet, then they're like sick or something,
I
right?
smell Adachi baby in here, but the fog is completely covering up his scent.
Teddy, you can't do it either?
When you look at me with those eyes, I get this feeling I've got to sniff him out no matter what.
Go for it, Scoob.
This is my time to shine.
Do you want a Teddy snack?
Ooh, I'm getting something.
Alright, so Teddy went Super Saiyan for a minute. And there he goes.
Wandering around. You better not flake out on us again.
Huh? I sense it from this away.
Is it Itachi?
How do I put it? It's kinda hazy, but at the same time it feels like I've got a whopper on the line.
I don't get it.
Very suspicious. This definitely smells. But that's weird. If I remember right, that's where Sensei, Yosuke, and Chie-chan came from when I met them for the first time.
It all comes full circle.
Where was that? Oh, you mean that creepy-ass room where all the faces on the posters were cut out?
Remember the noose room, guys? That was fun.
Someone there.
Teddy, you really are amazing.
It was just dumb luck. It's because that's where I first sensed Sensei and the others.
That's also where Yosuke pissed himself.
Over there.
Oh, I see. Wait, did you say it smelled?
Haha.
Isn't that the room where Yosuke had to go to the bathroom and...
Good job, Yosuke. You pissed yourself, and that helped us find the killer.
He beat his pants there? Ew, I don't want to hear it.
Oh, you lie so bad! Dude, I did not piss my pants!
Well, I sure didn't.
Spreading random rumors about stuff like that.
So thanks to Yosuke pissing his pants, we're able to actually find the true killer.
Long ago, my memory's kind of fuzzy, you know?
Okay, guys, enough fuzziness. Follow me, the master of fuzzy logic.
I haven't heard you crack up in a while, Yukiko.
What was funny about that sentence?
Sometimes about your sense of humor.
Good job. Teddy brought the group back together and made everybody feel good. So you know what that means. Time for another rank up. Rank 7. Just going through this super quick.
Damn bitch. I noticed her first, and she just had to run off and have an affair. Who's there? Oh, it's you guys. You're very persistent.
Do you have a severed hand in your pocket, dude? Seriously. You're the real
I
killer.
don't know what you're talking about.
Uh-huh.
You're not lying your way out of this one, damn it! Just being here proves it!
And you went to the noose room. The noose room! This is like the worst place. You could have picked any other one. You could have picked any other place in the Shadow World. The castle, heaven, the strip club, the sauna,
And then she started getting
the video game world, any other place.
Who are you? And what's this something important?
Hey look, Mayumi Yamano actually has a voice actress.
What they say on the news isn't true, is it? All that talk about you having an affair and whatnot, it's all a lie, right?
Why do I have to explain myself to you?
I see. So you don't deny it. You caught my eye. But it turns out you're another worthless bitch.
Wow.
What's wrong with
Seeing a whole new side of Adachi here.
Don't make me call for help.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
I think you need to see what it's like to fear for your life. It'll get your head straight.
What are you going to do?
Call for help? Okay.
No.
She fell in. Wow, so people can go completely inside. Good thing for me, no one else was around there in the middle of the night.
How convenient. Good on you, like Amagi-in. Good on
I
you.
heard about the Midnight Channel through some rumor. You hear a lot of fishy stories like that on the Force. But it was pure coincidence that I touched the screen and discovered my power. I burst out laughing when I found out. I knew right away that this was going to be interesting.
So you tested it out on Mayumi Yamano?
Nah, it was nothing like that. I'm a very sincere fellow.
Look at my
I was just
face.
trying to punish
You
the
can trust
people
this
for
face.
betraying me.
It's the face of a nice guy,
Putting them inside
of
the
a real
candy was
sincere
never the
person.
plan. But you know, both Mayumi and that dippy high school girl struggled for no reason.
Really? No reason, huh? No reason to fear that face.
Saki? Oh yeah, her name was Saki Konishi, or something like that. At first I just called her in because of work-related stuff, her being the one who found Mayumi's body and all. And naturally, if there was any chance she'd seen something, I'd need to know, right? So I was all set to be a nice guy to her, and then that bitch.
Now, what would have happened if they were nowhere near a TV when you interrogated them?
What's this about anyways? Didn't you call me in for more questions?
Hey, it's Saki again. Haven't seen her in a while.
We'll get to that. But you know, I saw you this afternoon. You were getting pretty cozy with that Namatame.
Thank you.
Huh. So I'm not good enough for you. I know how to deal with girls like you.
No!
So this isn't great. Yeah, so,
God, these high school girls today. This world's gone straight to shit.
That's why I murder
I
people.
wasn't allowed to do anything but study my ass off. I was supposed to be the best of the best, and instead they stick me in the boonies.
Oh, poor you.
I guess I got the sweet power to make up for it. Life's not so bad after all. Get on your knees and beg, and maybe I'll let you out. Yeah, like that'll happen. As if I'd walk into a death trap like
Wow,
that.
this is so like Yoshikage Kira. All he needs is just like a freaking pink or a white suit and like a catch-face tie and the ability to blow people up, and he'd be Yoshikage Kira.
You son of a bitch!
Yeah, Yosuke's not happy.
Come on, give me a break. I didn't know it was dangerous inside the TV. It's not like I was trying to kill them.
I mean, you know,
They hit on Namatame.
Detective Trucklefuck. How am I supposed to know?
Will one day rise to public office himself. Mayumi and that high schooler were just gold digging. They got exactly what they deserved. I didn't do anything wrong at all.
Shut the hell up! You knew from what happened to Mayumi Yamano that people die in here!
So what if I knew?
Did you trick Namatame?
Nah, he called the police in the middle of the night, just after they found that Saki girl's body. The rest of the force had their hands full with the double homicide, and it happened that I was the one who took the call.
What is with the fucking coincidence with this guy?
Refused to take him seriously.
Seriously, over and over again. Again, it's just like Yoshikage Kira. That dude has ridiculous luck. And, like, Itachi has just as many, like, coincidences as Yoshikage Kira has, like, luck. It's ridiculous. How can the bad guys in, like, all these anime games or, like, in all these animes and video games just have so, like, good coincidences fall in front of them? It's ridiculous.
Namatame-san, do you seriously expect us to believe something like that?
But it's true! If there's any way the police can protect her...
Listen, there's no way the police are going to make a move based on a fantasy story like that. It does sound interesting, though.
But...
Oh, I have an idea. If you really want to save her that much, Why not do it yourself?
Yeah, I don't think that's regular police procedure. Oh.
Someplace where no one could find her.
If only Namatame could see Adachi's face through the phone.
Yourself. You can do it. I'm busy, so I'm hanging up now. Bye.
All to be evil. Wow. What an asshole.
Isn't that amazing? Of all the people who could have received Namatame's call, it ended up being me. Talk about luck.
Seriously, why does Lady Luck just have such a thing for, like, bad guys in animes and video games?
The more people you guys saved, the more he'd kidnap.
So what would have happened if Yukiko fucking died? What would happen to your game
This
then?
would never end. It was awesome.
You gotta be shitting me!
Why? What reasons could you have for doing that?
Reasons? None, really. I could do it, that's all. And it was fun. I guess that's my reason?
So he just did it for the shits and giggles.
Just for the fun of it?
Come on.
I did it for the lulz. What can I say?
Murder them. And Namatame did most of it. I had nothing to do with any of you.
You're just dodging the blame!
Yeah? Then how would you prove it? He put people inside TVs? You think the police are that stupid?
What a jerkwad!
I do admit, though, I never thought you guys would manage to track me down. I like that. Games like this gotta have surprises or they get boring fast. It's like when I dealt with that Kubo kid. That was fun, too.
Oh yeah, we forgot about Mitsuo Kubo.
Then, you mean to say that Mitsuo Kubo's disappearance was your doing as well? I did sense something odd in his course of action. If he had special powers and wanted attention, why resort to a regular copycat crime? But that wasn't the case. Kubo had no such powers. In fact, he was thrown in by you. Am I correct?
It had been a while since I last put someone inside the TV, so I really got a kick out of that one.
Why did you do that? And how come Mitsuo didn't say anything about you?
You think that didn't occur to me before I did it? Come on, I'm a detective.
Detective
I went
Chucklefuck.
to a room at the station with the TV, switched off the lights, and did it quick while he was still startled. As long as he didn't see me push him in and no one else did either, no one would believe him, even if he survived. Of course, I don't think the Kubo kid ever figured out.
Like, how do you explain that him not leaving the station?
Police station?
Like, how do you do that? Hey, hey, Adachi, where'd that Kubo kid go? I don't know. I'll have to go do my usual thing. Do-do-do-do-do.
So they pawned him off on me.
Oh, okay, it's because the police didn't give a shit. Right.
Saying, I did it all, it was me. Who'd believe him? But it looked bad. I didn't think anyone would come forward and take the blame for all the incidents. The police were desperate to pin it on anyone. If this kid really did it, they might have announced the case was closed. And if that happened, Namatame would stop saving people. I couldn't let that happen, or the game would be over. That's why I told the others I sent him home. I came up with the idea to put him inside the TV on the spot.
The game would be over? You threw him in just so your fun wouldn't end?
You gotta have some excitement in life, don't you agree?
I don't know if Johnny Young Boss makes for a better hero or a villain, because I'm liking the villain side.
My fun. Thanks to you, Kubo was arrested again, and everyone acted like he was the true culprit behind it all.
So suck it.
Couldn't they see how badly he copied the crime scene?
Really? You're taking pride in
the
that?
end, though, because good old Namatame kept saving people.
Oh.
I guess the guy started to develop some kind of messiah complex, huh? What an idiot.
This is all a game to you.
He just said it was.
How dare you murder people? Murder Saki-senpai for such a stupid reason! You bastard! I'll never forgive you!
You can keep your forgiveness.
See, this is what I'm talking about. Why would a villain give a shit about forgiveness?
Enough anyways. Didn't you notice? The fog's leaking out. Everything on that side's pretty much screwed. The two worlds will merge soon, and then there'll be no difference. No sides anymore.
That doesn't sound good. That sounds like some Mortal Kombat shit. Like, you can't merge the realms, that just seems bad.
The real Adachi is somewhere else.
But this guy feels different from an ordinary shadow. It doesn't seem like he's going berserk.
Wow, you can tell that much? This me is just around to greet you guys, and thank you for wasting your time by chasing me in here. I'd say this world has taken a real shine to me. I feel like it's giving me everything I've ever wanted. And the monsters don't attack me at all. Maybe they can tell we have the same goal.
That's a little messed up. If the monsters think that he's one of them.
Soon, this place will be
That doesn't speak well for your character, dude.
I'll be in this world, so if you want me, come and get me. This world has a mind of its own. We'll see which of us it favors.
Keep your bullshit to yourself. It's about time you shut the hell up. We'll finish this right now!
Kanji, maybe don't do that. Okay. We'll kick his ass later, Kanji. Not now.
Chump, didn't I just tell you the real me is somewhere else? I'll be expecting you all. We'll put an end to this.
Get back here, you!
That stuff about the world's mind and how this place will become our reality. Was he serious?
Yeah, I don't think he'd bluff about that.
Were consistent. We'd best proceed under the assumption that it's no lie.
It felt like he's gained some strong power after coming here.
Not only that, maybe he got taken over by that power.
So what he said about the two worlds becoming one, that's really gonna happen?
Didn't he say that it would happen by the end of this year?
So yeah, we gotta finish this by December. More specifically, we gotta finish this before Christmas.
Will engulf the human world. The people in town are acting weird. It's like when the shadows that emerged from people went berserk. If the fog gets even thicker, and this town is completely shut off from the outside world, then the other side might become full of shadows, like over here.
That does not sound ideal.
Everyone's gonna turn into shadows?
So maybe that's why the fog is making people sick, because it's like corrupting them from the inside.
And now it turns out he was pulling our strings this whole time.
We've been getting yanked around a lot in this game, haven't we?
Yeah. It's about time we finished this. I don't want to feel this way ever again.
Okay.
There's a path we can take now. I sense Adachi's presence from that direction. He's taunting us.
He's gonna get an ass kicking's what he's gonna get.
Let's go kick his ass right now!
I like your enthusiasm, Kanji.
Wait. I suggest we prepare ourselves first. We can't let him stab us in the back ever again. We must face him with all the power at our disposal and defeat him without fail.
So yeah, we will be going to take on Adachi and taking out the true killer. But not this time. And not in the next update. But in the update right after that, we'll be going to fight him head to head.
Stupid smug face!
And like Chie said, we're gonna get over-prepared for whenever we go fight Adachi. I'm gonna make damn sure of that. In fact, I'll show you whenever it gets closer to that time. I'm gonna show you just how prepared I can get to fight Adachi.
Senpai, please don't go on alone.
Oh yeah, and here's another P4G exclusive.
Since you seem to have a personal relationship with him.
Maybe that's why. I feel a presence kind of like yours up ahead. He might be calling to you. Wait, never mind. Forget I said that. We're all going together, okay?
Promise us.
So, we got 2 more ranks to go for the Judgment Arcana. So again, this is a P4G exclusive. Adachi is challenging us personally to come see him. But what are we gonna do? Well, today was a busy day. Can't go outside right now. May as well go back to the room and rest. Yeah, I tried like looking around to see if I could leave or do something like that to prompt this next event, but apparently you just need to go to your room. So again, P4G exclusive. And I really like this next scene. It's great.
He might be calling to you. We're all going together, okay?
Promise us.
Well, technically I never promised anything. So, may as well go see him alone. Yeah, may as well. No sense in just not going to it. I mean, go and see the true serial killer by yourself with no backup. That's a smart idea. In the middle of the night, no less. Ah, well. Narukami is our powerhouse. He can handle this. Alright, Adachi, let's do this. Well, there goes that entrance.
This is a problem.
Uh-oh.
Why'd you bring the rest of them? You're such a party pooper.
Really? That's the word you use when you have a gun put to somebody's head? I came by myself.
So boring.
Well, I don't live as nearly an extravagant lifestyle as you, apparently.
The whole gang should be here. You know, work together, beat the bad guy. Friendship, effort, victory. You guys love that stuff.
Everybody likes friendship. I believed in you. I believed you were my detective chucklefuck.
Just what was it about me that made you want to believe in me so bad?
The fact that we have the same voice actor? That's one.
Well, I don't have anything to say to you. If crimes could be solved by appealing to morality, we wouldn't need the police. The person you believed in was a version of me who only existed in your head. You decided on your own to believe in me, and that decision betrayed you.
So you don't like cabbage?
About it to me.
Is that what you'll tell Dojima? That's gotta be the good one.
You say the dumbest shit.
Do I?
It's people like you who come to me alone, naively thinking you can turn me around, that piss me off the most. What do you think will happen if I shoot you?
I'll cut it in half like Mitsurugi. You can't shoot me.
Wow, very optimistic. Is your brain rotting or something?
I'm a genius. Oh. You missed. Dipshit. Good old Detective Chucklefuck. Can't even hit anything. Next one I'll cut in half. Like Mitsurugi.
Do you get it now? We're done talking.
Well, okay.
I won't miss next time.
Says you. It didn't seem like a threat. You feel your relationship with Adachi has changed drastically. He put a gun to your face. So, this is interesting. The Gesture Arcana kind of just does this. And instead becomes the Hunger Arcana. Yeah.
Want me to let you choose? You can go back to your friends and bring them all here. Or you can die now. I guess regular revenge is boring, though. Let me see where your detective work takes you. It's always good for a laugh. You're so persistent. Look at all that youthful vigor you've got. Come on, leader. Bring all your friends back here.
Hey. That's what my friends call me. And you're not a friend.
Well, bye-bye.
Anyway, let's go ahead and talk about the Hunger Arcana. Like the Aeon Arcana, the Hunger/Lust Arcana is not found in standard tarot decks. The Lust Arcana is the Thoth tarot equivalent of the Strength Arcana, numbered 11. Lust symbolizes the danger of losing control, of being consumed by power. The card also implies strength, but strength which comes through dominance. It is not true power, but the pure bliss of abusing power. Just as the Lust Arcana is the Thoth equivalent of the Strength Arcana, the Jester Arcana is meant to invoke the Fool Arcana, numbered 0. Basically, I already went over what the Jester was, but here we go again. The Jester symbolizes much of what the Fool symbolizes. Ignorance, spontaneity, and freedom, but in a suppressed form. Ultimately, the Jester acts like a fool instead of genuinely being a fool. And also, the Jester is misguided and unwilling to work with others, in contrast to the Fool, who is compatible with everyone. So yeah, Adachi's a fucking dick. So, in the next update, we're going to be hanging out pretty much with Marie almost exclusively. We're going to be finishing up the Aeon Arcana. So you know what that means. Romance social link with Marie. And also, we're going to be hanging out with Yukiko as well. And while we're at it, we may as well max out the rest of our party members' Arcanas. While we're at it. So, look forward to that. All of our teammates will have their ultimate personas by the time we go fight Adachi. It's pretty appropriate that way. So now, get used to our walk to school being filled with really, really creepy shit being talked about by our fellow students. It's just going to get worse and worse and worse. It's not great. What if Gojira attacks? The problem is, could you really see Gojira through the fog? I mean, Godzilla is a pretty noisy bastard, but still. You'd know if he was coming. So yay! We found the serial killer, and also, I'm a genius! I got the highest grade. As usual. So, there you go. We found out who our true killer is, and now all we gotta do next is prepare ourselves for the upcoming battle. And we'll handle that in the next update. But, I did promise you some bad endings. So, let's get started. As I said whenever we were at this junction point, you got 3 guesses as to who the true culprit is. And if you don't pick Adachi for all 3 of those options, bad ending. And really all the other suspects that you have on your possible true killer list are either all your party members and all your social link members. As well as some crucial characters like Namatame. So, Yukiko, it was her. But it goes over why Yukiko can't possibly be the killer. And also, she's one of your friends. You win this day, Amagi. So your friends obviously are not the killer. So, maybe it wasn't her. But it was probably Namatame. But we already proved Namatame wasn't the one behind the incident. We got one last shot. Who could it possibly be? It was... I got some suspicions about Morooka. Oh wait, he's dead. Whoops. I guess he wasn't the person. It's impossible for a dead person to be the killer. It's no good. We don't have a clue.
Our only option is to stay patient and continue our investigation. But regardless, the fact remains that Namatame has committed his crimes, and he has already been arrested.
So, no matter what we do, the case might be over now?
Though the truth will be forever lost in darkness.
Well, for us, it's more like... it's lost in the fog.
So, this is bad ending number 3. Now, similar to the other 2 bad endings, there's not much difference after what happened. Now, it's kind of similar to bad ending number 2, with the exception of what Dojima says. Also, we get a message from Teddy, who's saying that he's never coming back. Of course.
I'm going back to my own world. It's not easy to live there now, but it's my reality. I'm really, really thankful for everything all of you did for me. Well, goodbye.
So, again, Teddy's gone, and everybody just decided to stop talking about the case. Go figure. Again, it's not that much different from bad ending number 2. Nanako's still alive. Namatame's guilt is shaky. There's not much they can really stick to him. And furthermore, since we know who the true killer is, well, not right here, we pretty much let Adachi go free. Because we didn't know he was the killer. The only real difference here is what Dojima says. Besides that, it's the exact same bad ending that we've seen. Same anime cutscene and everything. So let's see what Dojima has to say this time around.
Now, a follow-up report on the serial kidnapping and murder case that shook Inaba last year. Defendant Taro Namatame has confessed to committing the multiple kidnappings that previously seemed irrelevant. However, he continues to flatly deny his involvement in the first 2 murders. With so much unknown regarding his motives and methods, many are hoping his trial will shed some light on these mysteries. Up next is our fog forecast for today.
Fog is still covering the town, but it should soften somewhat this week with the coming of spring. Today and tomorrow will see fairly light amounts of fog as usual. Saturation from then on is still to be determined. If you have travel plans, please be mindful of visibility conditions.
It's almost time for your train. You ready to go? Too bad Nanako couldn't leave the hospital in time to say goodbye. A little more time and maybe she
It's
could
actually
come
playing the triumphant music right now. I have no idea why.
and say hi to your parents for me. There's no doubt he's the one who put Nanako through all this. But the more I interrogate him, the more I start to question myself. Did Namatame really murder 2 people?
I don't think so. And we know he didn't.
Well, we'll see what comes out in our investigation. In any case, there haven't been any more bizarre incidents lately. Here's hoping Inaba goes back to its usual quiet self and stays that way.
So, there you go. Bad ending number 3.
Your friends are probably waiting at the station. Come on.
And pretty much the credits will play just the same. So I'll keep quiet for them until we move on to the 4th and final bad ending.
You really are leaving us. You know, it was overdue quick.
It's going to get boring without you around, Senpai.
You will visit, won't you?
We'll come immediately if anything happens on your end. Be sure to take good care of yourself.
Take care. Keep in touch, okay? I'll reserve a room for you at the Amagi Inn the next time you come.
Well, I'll see ya. You really helped us out with lots of stuff. Thanks, partner.
Alright, so that was bad ending number 3. But I think we have one more to go. And it's a doozy. So remember that whole point where if you pick out Adachi, you got 2 options? What would happen if we picked the second option? Because, I mean, in this time, we don't have any proof that Adachi is the real killer. I mean, he's our classic old chucklefuck Adachi, our buddy, the Jester Arcana. He's a bit of an asshole occasionally and kind of a goof, but, you know, he couldn't possibly be the killer. I mean, what would we gain from just saying his name? I mean, he's our friend. He might go to prison, or, you know, it might really hurt his feelings. We can't do that. I mean, that would be betraying a social link. Can't have that happen. So, why don't we go ahead and not tell our friends and protect Adachi? We don't want to think of him as a culprit. He's our friend. There is a possibility, but I'm sure it's nothing. We're gonna protect Adachi. We can't think of anyone but Adachi, but we don't want to hand him over. So this kind of goes against us seeking the truth.
It looks like our only option is to stay patient.
So this ending sort of plays out the exact same as bad ending 3 right here.
That Namatame has committed his crimes, and he has already been arrested.
So, no matter what we do, the case might be over now?
Seems like it.
Though the truth will be forever lost in darkness.
Well, for us, it's more like it's lost in the fog.
Only this time, it's a little worse, considering that we're purposely keeping it lost in the fog. And of course, as usual, with every bad ending, Teddy leaves.
I'm going back to my own world.
He really just keeps leaving. He just can't help it, can he?
I'm really, really thankful for everything all of you did for me.
That's why I left you like 4 times.
Goodbye.
Go figure. So, as usual, nobody talks about the case. And we move right along to spring. But this time, it's going to play out a little differently. In fact, it's the day before we leave. And we're starting to have second thoughts of whether we should have kept quiet about Adachi. Might as well go see Adachi. I mean, we didn't throw him under the bus. So, what's the harm? Seems a little weird for a high schooler to just call out a police detective. But whatever. It's a personal call.
Sorry, were you waiting long? Man, things have been so busy. I've been putting in a crazy amount of overtime. Well, anyway, what's with the sudden visit? Can I help you with something?
Did you do it? You gotta be upfront with me, bro.
Do what? Me? Kill Mayumi Yamano and Saki Konishi? What's this about? Are you serious? Oh, come on. Even if you're kidding, this is a pretty bad joke.
I mean, that's not funny at
You're the
all.
ones who brought Namatame in. Oh, I get it. You're still playing detective. Okay. Say I am the culprit.
Wow.
What did you come here to do? Convince me to turn myself in?
No.
So, what? Are you trying to blackmail me?
If you don't choose these options and say that you're trying to blackmail him or something like that, he kind of just shoos you away and says that you're wasting his time.
Police aren't made of time. We still haven't even cleaned up Namatame's mess. Besides, you don't have any proof that I did it. Well, are you gonna keep playing detective? You're on my side? Are you trying to be the hero or something? No, wait. You're saying you're on the killer's side. In front of a police officer. Do you understand what that means? I see. Wait here a sec.
If you're gonna go all the way, just throw caution to the wind. Just go full force. Don't give a shit. Go evil if you're going evil. Don't half-ass this.
I accidentally forgot to forward it over to forensics. I'm sure it was just a prank, but maybe it was connected to the murders. Who knows? This might be the piece of evidence that could turn this whole case upside down. The real killer wouldn't want the police to have this. But you're with me, right? So if I'm the real killer, and you're with me, then that makes you my partner in crime.
Now, what if Narukami just grabbed it and ran as fast as he could to his uncle and said, "Nope, you can't have this. Nope."
If I send this to forensics, they might pull some evidence off it. Maybe a clue to capturing the real killer. You, your friends, and Dojima-san have all been busting your asses for a whole year to solve this case. It's a damn shame that no one's caught the real killer yet.
Not that I am him, but I'm just saying. Be kind of a shame if all that evidence just went up in a flash. Dum-de-dum, doop-a-doo. I'm just Detective Chucklefuck. Set fire to it. Who cares? Balls to the wall, I say. Don't half-ass anything. You never got anywhere by half-assing anything. So yeah, we just burned the warning letter.
You actually did it.
And Adachi's pretty stoked.
Do you understand what you just did?
There's that evil
You
face.
destroyed evidence. That's a crime, you know?
Yeah. There's a real evil face. Oh, there's that. Oh, there's that Johnny Young Bosch laugh.
Now, this little incident is covered up forever. All because of you.
Well, I guess I'm not a seeker of the truth anymore. Uh-oh.
And it's the police's duty to keep tabs on those who've committed crimes.
And he has our phone number.
If you get calls from this number, you better pick up.
Well, this is weird.
There's no use changing your number. Don't underestimate the Japanese police. It's easy to track you down.
Well, better fake my own death. Yeah, your decision was monstrous. I like that description. You feel a strong bond between you and Adachi, who's basically blackmailing you. But hey, we maxed out the gesture arcana. So, yay! Hooray! We're a horrible scumbag. And it's playing the happy music. Well. So what's our reward for maxing out the gesture arcana? Magatsu Izanagi. I wonder what that's about. Is that a spoiler? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Who knows? I mean, those words don't mean anything. It's all moon speak. We formed a bond that cannot be broken. The Tempter of the Void. Formed a bond that cannot be broken, no matter how much you want to. No matter how hard you try to break it.
You want to find the truth without being swayed by the voices of society. But the truth is a sinister thing. It seems like something absolute, yet it exists in everyone's hearts.
What are you, a
For
Kingdom
you,
Hearts character?
This was the truth.
But now it's gone.
Well, I'm going back. So be careful on your way home. The fog is getting thicker and thicker after all.
Well, bye.
Goodbye, partner.
Hey, that's what Yosuke calls me. You can't call me that. Aw. Narakami's sad now. Well, time to go talk to her uncle and to our friends. Not bring up the fact that we helped out the true killer. Nope. That would be stupid. Not gonna say anything about that. Nope.
Defendant Taro Namatame has confessed to committing the multiple kidnappings that previously seemed
So, now it more or less plays out pretty similar.
With so much unknown regarding his motives and methods, many are hoping his trial will shed some light on these mysteries. Up next is our fog forecast for today.
So I wonder what our uncle has to say this time around.
But it should soften somewhat this
I'm
week
sure
with the
it's
coming of
nothing
spring.
great.
Today and tomorrow, we'll see fairly light amounts of fog as usual. Saturation from then on is still to
I
be
wonder what
determined.
Dojima would think if he realized that we helped out a serial killer. Like, imagine Josuke helping out Yoshikage Kira. That'd be just in a completely different direction.
Too bad Nanako couldn't leave the hospital in time to say goodbye. A little more time and maybe she could have come outside. Feel free to come visit any time, okay? And say hi to your parents for me.
You didn't help a serial killer, by the way, did you?
There's no doubt he's...
Nope, he just says the same thing as bad ending number 3.
But the more I interrogate him, the more I start...
Only this time... Only this time, you gotta wear that L. You gotta wear that L on your chest super hard, like... I don't know. I don't think it was him. Probably not. I mean, you might have the wrong guy. Well, there's not much you can do now. I mean, you helped the true killer, so... The only piece of evidence that might have put him away went up in smoke. Because of you. Oh, God. I kind of have to have a debate about this. Of which is the worst ending. Is it bad ending number 1, or is it this? And here's my thoughts on that. Because in bad ending number 1, Nanako is dead. So that's obviously not great. Namatame is dead. Because you and your friends up and murdered a person. The fog is still there, and Adachi is still free. However, in this ending, it's still pretty shit. Granted, Nanako and Namatame are still alive, but in this ending, you've actually helped the true killer.
You really helped us out with lots of stuff. Thanks.
Not only knowing of what he's done, blissfully ignoring all the shit he's done, murdering 2 people, and convincing Namatame to just go ahead and like start up his kidnapping spree. And you're just letting that go because he's your friend, who you apparently value more than your own friends, who've helped you try to solve this case. And also, you're just basically destroying the trust. You're basically betraying the bond between not only your friends, but also your family. It's a fucked up ending. So I'm not really sure of, like, which is the worst ending. I mean, I guess in a way this one, because you're actively helping the killer. But the other one also has a pretty good case for being a bad one, because you are a killer. Maybe not directly, like you didn't up and shoot a person, but, you know, you did pretty much do exactly what Adachi did. So, I mean, I don't know. But, this ending does have, while it is pretty similar to bad endings 1 through 3, There is one little kicker that's P4G exclusive, and I'll keep my mouth shut until the end of the credits. So, I'll see you at the end. Alright, so it's time for that kicker I told you about. That really bad stinger. So you helped Adachi, huh? Well, here's your reward. 'Cause this is an ending, but with a little something extra. You could have prevented this, but instead you chose not to. There goes your friend. Well, on the next update, we're gonna go ahead and max out our social links with our friends and get closer to fighting Adachi and go for the good ending. Alright. Until then, see you next time.